Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where you'll be checking out this video titled Top 30 Australian Songs of All Time. This should be a good video. I hope I see and hear songs that I didn't know were Australian in this video. I must say, based on the thumbnail that this thing has, I low-key think that it might have songs that I thought were American that aren't American. But either ways, without further ado guys, thank you for watching this video. Please do like and subscribe, and any recommendations, leave those in the comment section down below, but preferably click that link in the pinned comment section. You can recommend videos and I'll check them out as soon as possible. Without further ado, let's check out the 30 best Australian songs. Well, not the best, but the best performing, I guess. Anyways man, without further ado, let's get into this video.
Australia has produced some great songs in contemporary music over the years. Whether that be the biggest chart-topping hits or songs that perfectly embody Australian culture. This list counts down what I believe to be the top 30 Australian songs of all time. I'm only including one song per artist, and it's just contemporary music, so no waltzing Matildas. Feel free to comment your agreements or disagreements below. Let's get into the list. Number 30, Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet. One of the biggest indie rock hits of the 2000s, this song was smashed all over Hollywood movies, TV shows, and advertisements upon release. Who could forget those?
Yeah, I was just a little baby with this one, but I do not know this one.
iPod commercials. Number 29, Prisoner of Society by The Living End. The Australian punk rock anthem from the 90s. This song burst The Living End into the spotlight all around the world upon release. The song was voted in at 34 in Triple J's Hottest 100 of all time in 2009. Number 28, Riptide by Vance Joy.
I know this one. I know this one. You know, it reminds me of the same thing I said in Dumb Ways to Die. That song, all over the United States, but I didn't know it was an American, right? And it was done by the Sydney. Was it the Sydney Music Group or something like that? I cannot remember the exact details, but it was wild finding out that was Australian. But this one, I do know this one.
A more recent hit, Vance Joy struck commercial gold with this ukulele bop, which caught the hearts of many music fans worldwide, charting in multiple countries and reaching 9 times platinum in Australia. Number 27, The Less I Know The Better by Tame Impala. Kevin Parker hit mainstream success with this disco rock hit that went viral on TikTok and was voted the #1 song of the 2010s by Triple J listeners. Number 26.
Went viral on TikTok. I don't know this one.
The Nosebleed Section by Hilltop Hoods. Undoubtedly the biggest hip-hop song to come out of Australia.
He should have let a little bit more play, because I think I was about to recognize the song, but I already missed it.
Aussies voted this song in
and you got to keep in mind, I'm not good with artists or names of songs. I'm not good with that at all, right? So what I'll remember is the words of the song, and I'll remember the flow, the beat, all that. But the names, I've never been good with names. I'll never be good with them.
At 17 on Triple J's Hottest 100 of all time in 2009, the highest rated Australian song on that list. Number 25, I Touch Myself by The Divinyls.
1990. I can definitely see how this would go, you know, super in the 90s. I wasn't even existing, but yeah.
An Aussie 80s classic, this song propelled the Divinyls into superstardom with its ultra catchy but cheeky chorus. It still reminds me mostly of Austin Powers killing fembots with his mojo though. Number 24, The Horses by Daryl Braithwaite. A guilty pleasure for many Aussies, young and old. The cover version
Really?
of this song, Horses, yes, it's actually a cover, went massive in the early 90s and saw a recent resurgence in modern meme culture for its amazing chorus. Number 23, Under the Milky Way by The Church. An Aussie alt-rock classic, The Church launched themselves back into the spotlight when they released this hit. It has enjoyed underground success for many years, especially after its inclusion in the cult classic movie Donnie Darko. Number 21, Into My Arms by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. A beautiful piano ballad, Nick Cave put his whole heart into this song. It's mostly stayed as a more underappreciated song, but alternative music fans adore this song worldwide. Number 20, Tomorrow by Silverchair. A song written by a bunch of 14-year-old kids doesn't normally sound like it would be respected, but Silverchair proved age was no barrier when their debut single went massive all over the world in the 90s grunge boom. Number 19, Somebody That I Used to Know by Gotye featuring Kimbra.
Yes! Legendary song. This one. Legendary, boy. I was just a little kid when this thing dropped. But shit, that was legendary. Yes, sir. I remember this one, boy. Like, yep, this is what I saw in the thumbnail, and I was like, there's no way this was actually Australian. Pretty crazy. Actually pretty crazy. But hey, this song, legendary. Legend freaking dairy, bro. Oh, my bad.
Gotye struck gold with this art pop song that was the biggest song in the world in the early 2010s. Its incredibly unique but catchy sound won Gotye a Grammy and left a lasting legacy that he has never even given an addition to. Number 18, To Her Door by Paul Kelly. Australia's greatest storyteller needs to be in here, and this song, which is his most dramatic but beautiful story, is arguably his most recognisable. I could have maybe gone with How to Make Gravy or Dumb Things Too. Number 17, Don't Dream It's Over by Crowded House.
Don't dream it's over.
Wait, what? Hold on. No, I think I've heard this before. Like, my dad played this. Like, I'm so serious. Like, like, the thing is, most of these songs, I'm not getting the entire clip of it, so I can't really tell exactly if I've heard, some of them. But obviously, I've told you guys I've heard a lot of what was played already. But this one, I think I've actually heard this before.
When the world comes in.
No, I'm not saying
so.
they're a New Zealand band, okay? Arguably, this is Crowded House's biggest hit, especially overseas. They had some other big hits in Australia too, with Better Be Home Soon and Weather With You. Number 16, Reckless by Australian Core.
Don't be so reckless. Roll down your gun.
Can anyone work out what James Rain is saying in the song? No? Oh well. It still sounds great anyway. A beautiful ballad from one of the biggest pub rock bands of the 80s in Australia. Number 15, Am I Ever Gonna See Your Face Again by The Angels.
Describe it clearly, but the sky began to fall. Am I ever gonna see you?
Got some really good sounding songs, I cannot lie to you. Got some real good sounding songs.
Now for arguably the biggest pub rock hit, this song was a 10 out of 10 for crowd interaction that is still enjoyed by many Aussies to this day. Wait, so you're saying this only came in at 15? Number 14, These Days by Powderfinger. Another band with a disputable biggest song, I have to go with These Days over My Happiness. They were both massive hits for the Finger back in the day, but 21 in the hottest 100 of all time is no mean feat for These Days. Number 13, Throw Your Arms Around Me by Hunters and Collectors.
So shed your skin, let's get started. You was wrong. Your arms around me.
Grab your guitar, pull out the marshmallows around the campfire, and get ready to sing along to this chorus. Hunters and Collectors
Beautiful
made
song.
an undying classic with this love ballad in the 80s. Number 12, Never Tear Us Apart by In Excess.
You were there to watch me ride it, and they never ever tear us apart.
One of Australia's
think there's
greatest
no.
exports of all time. It's once again the ballad that I'm going to have to go with as their biggest song. This one went big all over the world, but is slowly getting bought out by the Port Adelaide Football Club. Number 11, Treaty by Yothu Yindi. An Indigenous Australian classic. I'm not sure if I'm counting the original or the remix, or maybe just both. It's a beautiful story of Australian Indigenous culture and an instant classic. Number 10,
Pretty cool.
Friday on My Mind by The Easy Beats. Arguably the first Australian rock and roll stars, this is the Easy Beats' most recognisable song. A super catchy chorus and a very creative guitar riff for its time. No one in Australia would say they have never heard this. Number 9,
Really?
Beds
Pretty
Are
cool.
Burning by Midnight Oil.
I probably have never seen a passionate older man. And if you notice, I didn't call him old man. I called him a older man. Quite passionate, very expressive.
The Oil's biggest hit all around the world, with a poignant message about Australian Indigenous culture. The time has come to put this song in the list, and it definitely has to be in the top 10. Number 8, Solid Rock by Goanna.
Wait, what? What is go? I'm not okay. You know what? Forget it. I never ask. Forget it.
Another beautiful story that meshes Indigenous Australian culture with contemporary music. This song
Yeah, I
is
figured.
mostly only recognised by Australians, but for its cultural impact, it deserves to be this high. Number 7, You're the Voice by John Farnham.
Okay, get him, John.
Another comeback is brewing. Farnsey came back with a bang when he released You're the Voice, and it went pretty big all over the world. This song is one of the most endeared Australian songs for big crowds and events.
Really?
Number 6, Sounds of Them by Ganga Jam.
And then you made a tea we bring. We watched the lightning crack over green fields. Laugh and think, this is Australia.
It's hard to pinpoint what makes this song so great, but I think it's undeniable that this beautiful poetic description of Australian culture by Ganga Jang would be part of the reason. Number 5, Working Class Man by Jimmy Barnes. Lower middle class Aussie battlers will be cheering to see this one up so high. Jimmy Barnes launched his Australian solo career to new heights when his power ballad came out in the 80s and is still a staple in pubs in the suburbs. Number 4, Great Southern Land by Icehouse.
Okay.
Are you black?
Another song that is able to describe Australian culture in a beautiful, poetic way. This song is often used to usher in Australian sports teams passing.
I can't even lie to you, like, there are not many American songs that I can think of off the top of my head that is descriptive about the United States. Like, a lot of country songs are, you know, they take a little jab at the United States. When I say jab, I shouldn't say jab, because jab is usually in reference to doing something negative. But they do include some features of the United States culture in the song in terms of country music, but it's never really directly about the United States, if that makes any sense. So I can't really put country music in there as, oh yeah, they always have that. But the point that I'm making is it's rare to actually find songs that are just, you know, American by just normal artists, you know. Like, I know there's few songs that speak directly about, you know, your city that you came from, right? Empire State, if you know that song, Jay-Z, Rihanna. Yeah, pretty much.
Through the gates of an epic intro to an Aussie event. Number 3, It's a Long Way to the Top by AC/DC.
It is old.
Australia's greatest exports, with probably their biggest song. Long Way to the Top is a staple for classic rock fans all over the world, and it's instantly recognisable as soon as you hear the opening guitar chug.
Really?
Number 2, Down Under by Men at Work.
Can't you hear the thunder? You better take cover.
This song went massive all over the world in the 80s when Australia won the America's Cup. Many people will sing this song when referring to an Aussie person, and it's strongly embedded in Australian culture. Just before we reveal the number 1, I wanted to go over some honourable mentions. Couldn't fit them all in this top 30, obviously.
Why are you going
and
so
there are-
fast, bruh? A Pub with No Beer, Slim Dusty! Yes! Yes! That's a beautiful song. I don't even think I've released that song to the public as yet, but it's already edited and it's on the channel, but I just haven't released it as yet. That song is so freaking amazing. Oh my gosh, bro. Like Redback on the toilet seat, I think that's one as well. Redback, so a Redback spider on the toilet seat, something like that. That was a beautiful song as well. So many Australian songs that I checked out that are so freaking amazing. I was surprised that I didn't see any of the stuff that I've checked out already on this list. But here we are, honorable mentions. A Pub with No Beer by Slim Dusty. That song is freaking amazing. Ouch.
Amazing Australian song that I wanted to add. Check them out in this list here. Number 1, K-San by Colt Chisel. Usually regarded as the greatest Australian song of all time. K-San
Really?
was voted in at number 1 by Triple M listeners in their Best Australian Song Countdown. It's an incredible story of a Vietnam War veteran dealing with his return to civilization. Thanks for checking out this video. I'm sure you have some disagreements or agreements.
No, I mean, I don't have any disagreements because I don't know Australian songs like that. I just enjoyed the fact that I was able to experience and hear variations of Australian songs that are super duper old for the first instance, and you know, songs that Australians consider pretty amazing. So what I will say is these songs definitely sounded catchy. Majority of them, I think. If I were to hear it the first time ever, I'd be like, yeah, this song is definitely gonna make it like really, 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 really huge, right? But I was happy to see Slim Dusty, A Pub with No Beer, on this list mentions, because it wasn't actually on the list. But it's a great freaking song, and I absolutely love that song. It's so country, and it reminds me of, you know, it's just home. It just reminds me of South. It's that simple, man. I really enjoyed that song, and I'm gonna try to release that video as soon as possible, maybe next week. I'm not sure when this video is gonna be released either way. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Any recommendations, leave those in the comment section down below. And yeah, there's a link as well in the pinned comment section. You can recommend videos through the link. It's a Google form. And please do like and subscribe. And I'm out of here. Peace.